You're such an asshole.
The good news, you didn't, there's a lot of things you don't know about me, but I have a PhD in judging people's lives. That makes me an expert at judging people's lives. I'm not like a regular boomer who just puts a title down. Sexpert, life living expert, spiritualistic expert. And then you guys take me at full faith and value. No, I have a PhD in judging other people in life studies at Middlebury, the most overrated shit school ever. Except for the Carlson School of Management. I forgot that. Those two are like the missing chromosome men and women if they had another kid. It'd be Middlebury would be the girl, the Carlson School would be like a dude, bro, with a hat on, but still missing chromosomes. And they bred, and then, oh my God, could you imagine if so, like the mom had her degree from Middlebury, and then the dad had his degree from the Carlson School of Management? Like this, if this couple ever existed, how dumb their kids would come out. Holy cripes. Oh my goodness. We have a request. This one is interesting because he wants me to rate his life. And I won't go through the preamble because I'll just get to his details here. And I'll anonymize some things. My life story: graduated high school early, 16 years old. To do this, I took college classes at night and during summer vacations. This was pre-running start days. Then got involved with my girlfriend and hot rods and flunked out of the local university. Joined the Marines at 18, was in no hurry to join, and ended up in infantry, and he served for 4 years. Married my girlfriend after boot camp. We had been dating 2 years at this point. No, she was not pregnant. Served in a war, trying to keep you anonymous. No glory, no problems, no injuries, no PTSD. I was very lucky, and I never claimed otherwise. Some Marine Corps stuff was fun, guns and shooting, but otherwise it was one hell of a boring 4-year-long slog. We had 2 kids while in the military. I was 19 when my first kid was born. Went back to college after I got out of the military. I worked 40 to 45 hours a week at a graveyard shift at a place. We'll just say it's not glorious, but you just started working there. Then took full-time course credits. 15 was full-time per quarter. I took 21 quarter and almost died. We call those 4 years of my school my zombie years, working my tail off every single second of every single day and often only getting 3 to 4 hours of sleep per night. That sounds familiar. Come on, loosen up, Cappy. Why don't I have any money? Can I be like you? Often only saw my wife and kids for an hour or 2 a day. Why did I do this? Well, beyond getting my degree, I had one other key goal, which was I didn't want my kids to ever be in daycare. Oh, you actually loved your kids. That's your first mistake. Oh, but man, come on, buddy. Come on. You want to be a real American? You're not supposed to love your kids. You're not supposed to raise your kids. Haven't you heard what the feminist lady people say? You're supposed to outsource the kids to other feminist pissed off barren spinster ladies who will then maybe not neglect your kids. What about the SUV, bro? Oh, I'm sorry. He actually has a penis. Yes, he doesn't need that. No, he's got an adequately sized penis. He does not need an SUV. No, not a pavement princess either. Yeah, one of them shiny trucks that never gets a speck of dust on it because they never used it for hauling something. He's like, look, bro, got a truck, even though I don't have to use it. All financed and small penis. There you go. And I made that happen. You're a good man. That's what a true man has. That's what you do. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. My kids were always safe and sound at home with their mom. Funny story. I fell asleep driving to school one morning and woke myself up bouncing my car off a guardrail. Whenever I drive by that spot, I could still see the blue paint streak on the guard. That's nice. That's nice. I like that. Graduated college, computer science at a certain year, 3.3 GPA, which is like an 8.7 if you adjust for liberal arts degrees. Like you got an 8.7. And I feel that was a miracle considering my load. I was hired by large corporate evil corporation that I hope peacefully ceases to exist. Like if something happened to it, it just went away. Like God. Like if this company happened to be located between there's Sodom and then there's Gomorrah and it was in between and it just happened to be taken away, I'd be all right with that. I had other offers, but did not want to leave the area. One was from Cargill in Minnesota. Laugh out loud, I guess. Cargill doesn't exist. You would have gone out there and there would have been their fake campus and you would have interviewed with a bunch of people and you'd just be stuck in the interview process for 20 years. And then you'd find out there was really no job. It's just a Potemkin village they got out there in Wayzata. It's all fake. No one really works. It's like Disneyland. You got different actors running around. Quick, act like the NBA in suits. Very busy, very busy, very busy. All right, get the HR bitches in. There's actually a comedy skit in that one. There actually is. A day in the life of Cargill's campus. Bro. Sergeant Preston's, bruh. Small penis and financed. I guess you will say I dodged a bullet there. Okay, Cargill, in its defense, was not. It's not like Wells Fargo or Target. As far as companies go, it's all right. Yes, you do not. It's nepotistic or cronyistic or whatever you want to call it. You're not getting in unless you know somebody. So you must have known someone. I drank the high-tech Kool-Aid, something fierce. Compared to my previous work, this new job was a dream come true, and I threw myself into work and the life. I immediately jumped into 70, 80 hours a week, and at that pace lasted for the first several years. I slowed down a bit over time, but even today, I still work 50, 60 hours a week. Right, because you like it as much as you can like a job. You take pride in your job. What I like, I'll skip ahead. He's still married, so his wife obviously supported him and didn't like. That's womanese for you work too much, but you didn't have. Sounds like she. What's that? What's this word coming into mind? Supported you? What? It's a weird word. No, I'm cynical. I'm waking up. The coffee's hitting. Not joking, especially after switching to full-time work from home about a year ago. For the most part, I love what I do, and most days it does not feel like work. Also, I pride myself on being able to keep up and then some with the newbies. Frankly, it isn't hard. They suck. There you go. All right, Gen Xer. How that? He's from Gen X. Well, keep up, will you? I love crushing 25-year-olds on hiking. I mean, rarely I get them out there like, yeah, let's go for a hike. I am right at the very lengthy year mark with my employer. You are certain age of Gen X, married now for 37 years. Give a hug to the wife. My impression of my own life. I've had a great life. Who could possibly bitch about this? Long-term stable marriage. Got to serve my country. Had demanding but fun career in high tech. And managed to save a small pile of money. Nobody is able to do everything in a single life, but I'm pretty happy with what I was. Look, as far as I'm concerned, you raised your kids in a nuclear family. You're in the top 1% of Americans. It is. Your kids weren't outsourced. You love your children. You worked hard. You supported a family. Compared to modern day American men, you're exceptional. And I'm not saying that to make you feel good. Everything else is very impressive as well. But it's kind of like the standard, right? If you're just not fat, you're in the top 30% of men and women too. But with am I good? Am I a good man? Did you raise your kids and not bring them into a broken family? You did. You're in the top 1% of American men. Everything else is just added percentages on top of that. But I feel pretty happy with what I was able to do. Financials, retirement nest egg, $4 million, which is 100% Roth, mainly S&P, but also includes some in Bitcoin and gold, about 15,000 combined in hard precious metals. Nothing fancy in terms of my investing strategy, slow and steady. Dollar cost, DCR, dollar cost. Don't. I don't know what that is. Although I almost always max out the 401k contributions. As you can tell, I bought into the Roth religion hardcore. When my parents passed, I used most of the inheritance money that year to pay 100% of the taxes on a monster pre-tax to post-tax conversion in my 401k. Yeah, I know. Why do you do conversion? Why do the conversion at your likely maximal marginal tax rate? I just decided I prefer to live lean right now, enjoy the benefits later, regardless of the theoretical tax strategy. However, I have to be honest, as for as much as we have and as lucky as we have been, I still feel like I have to keep running hard. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you right now, that's just momentum. The reason you run hard, same reason I eat fast. It was ensconced. It's hardwired. It ain't going away. I mean, I guess in a theoretical sense, if we sat down and tried to deprogram ourselves and went into like a decompression chamber or something, or desensitivity, like a sensory deprivation chamber, right? And we really focused on it, we could, but we don't have time for that. And why do less when you can do more? That's you do a lot of videos. Yes, I do. Do you have something? Unless there's take old bitted redheads around and it's a harem and they all shut up and go home. Hey, this is the best use of my time right now. And I don't know if you're religious or not, but I'm not. I think we die and that's it. So I want to put as many points on the board as possible. Maybe you're of the same philosophy, but it's just you've developed good habits. You want to keep doing, you want to keep living life. I have read retirement advice that likes to say, once you've won, stop playing. Well, okay, yeah, but sometimes it can be hard to pinpoint what winning really looks like. Yeah, there's no finish line. There's no celebration. You slowly win. And then all of a sudden you won. And then you say, well, what do I do? And they're wrong. Okay, let me tell you, they're wrong, especially in your individual case. Other people live on welfare, your Democrat men who don't work and want to live off of other people and then be soy boys and play their acoustic guitars and drink draft beers. And I put wax in my mustache. Hey, Madison, I made you a song called I Put Wax in My Mustache. Come hold hands with me. Fill out the release form so I can feel your boobie. Wax in my mustache. Come hang out with me. Those people, they're the ones that retire. And they die. They die early. You need a reason to get up in the morning. You might as well keep going. I know, I won't say who, a high-ranked person in a very prestigious place. Okay? You've all heard of this place. He's high ranked. This guy could have retired years ago. You know why he doesn't? Because it gives him something to do. Don't become the millennial with wax in his mustache. Give me some more government money. David Hogg, maybe we cuddle bitch together. Wax in a mustache. You want to be that guy? I don't want to be that guy. Keep working if you want. I have read retirement advice once you've won, stop playing. Yeah, well, okay, but sometimes it can be hard to pinpoint what winning really looks like. I worry about the economy, even with Trump in the office. Yeah. Look, if you're looking for something to do, go get property overseas. I got to get off my ass and do that, which is harder than you think. I'd rather be pessimistic and proven wrong than the opposite. We built our current house 15 years ago, now selling it for a lot of money, and we owe very little on it. All net proceeds will be going to our new home, which we plan to build on a property down in Texas that we have already bought and paid for. We have family down there, which we visited now and then. So I know it's not a perfect place, but I'm looking forward to that Southern hospitality and good barbecue. I am so tired of the area I live, because you are in a leftist shithole. And I don't get me started about DEI crap at work, but I guess you've heard tons of that already. Yeah, look, if you got remote work and they're paying you, hey, look, I don't care how much the welfare state should show you, no matter how many legs up you give people, lazy people still fail, right? Section 8 housing, they're poor, they're miserable. They get a whatever, their child checks credit, whatever, and they're still poor, they're still miserable. If anything, and I've taken this modern view on welfare, or people just get free shit. All that does is keep miserable people alive longer to suffer more. It's really wicked when you think about it. Meanwhile, you've saved your money, you've paid your taxes. Yes, it's not a meritocracy where you work, right? And the people in that community, fine. But do you know anyone that's happy up there? Do you know anyone that's happy up there? I don't know anyone that's happy up there. Can't be happy up there, but you'll be happy down in Texas. I mean, less miserable than you are now. And don't get me started, DEI, blah, blah, blah. My life problems at this point, trying to get out of leftist crap hole. We love the geography, but politically, this place is becoming unlivable. You should see some of the proposed restrictive gun laws the state legislature Dems are pushing. Also, our daughter went full woke during the disease. We haven't seen her or our grandkids in almost 5 years. Well, yeah, that's one's gone, man. There was a movie with, and it's tragic that happened to you, man. Like you literally lost a daughter. Tommy Lee Jones was in it. And he was like a tracker. It was in the old Wild West. And this mother had 2 kids kidnapped by the Indians. And she hired this guy and he got one back. And they're having a conversation. And, you know, back in those days, everybody didn't grow up in Edina and work for Cargill. And he looked at it and she's like, well, we got to go get the other one. It's like, look, you got one. You know, you're alive now and you get to enjoy it. There's a risk going for the other. And, you know, sometimes you got to give up. Now, I think the movie, because it's an American movie, of course, they went back. But yeah, man, that's a separate person who, frankly, despite you providing for them, fuck that shit. Sometimes the kids turn out evil. Blood is not thicker than water. And I know that's the hardest one for parents to swallow. I've seen boomers just ruin their lives over despicable children. There's nothing you could do about it. Absolutely nothing you could do about it. So my wife has finally given up on her and now wants to go someplace warm, hence Texas. House on the market now quite a while. Hopefully market picks up from what Trump is in office. I think it's more interest rate sensitivity and all that. You know what? Lord, get the hell out. That's what I would do. Building our new house in Texas, got to get that done and 100% paid off before I will consider retiring. Yeah. Smart. Yeah. Dude, I wrote this book I thought was going to be more nuanced and niche, and now there's so many opportunities. I'm like, oh yeah, that does apply. Go get Zero World Problems, because I went through the same thing you're about to go through with getting everything done in the house. That's a standard of living, man. That is a standard of living. And if you could achieve that, I'm not saying putting expensive shit in it. I'm just saying, like, it's furnished. The art is done. Everything is done. I call it the projectless house. I'd wait until you're done working. I mean, I guess you got the money. You could throw money at it, but there's just some labor you're going to have to put in that thing. Keeping my cool at work. Being the old timer means I enjoy a certain amount of latitude to speak up when I think a given plan is stupid. Sometimes I'm too forceful when I think my time is being wasted. Basically, I hate all the corporate crap. None of it helps customers. I have to remember your advice. I'm only there for the money. Yep, dude. If you have to, go pick up How Not to Become a Millennial, read the career section, and kind of view it as a circus for your entertainment, right? You are working for a despicable corporation. A despicable corporation. It is woke, but you got to look at it, man. Like, wow, look at this. You're set, right? You got your money. You got FU money. You're good to go. You're only there for the entertainment. So why not be entertained by the purple-haired whatever Caesar walking in, mouthing off, and just watch your bosses have to deal with that. It's like, oh, go ahead, no, whatever you want, man. I'm just here for the entertainment. What are you going to go do? See a Disney movie? There's nothing to see. Choosing a good time to retire. I think I'm a bit too old to go start fresh somewhere else. And why quit when they are still paying me? Might as well force me to lay me off if necessary. Yeah, I mean, you said you like working, right? I'm saying take the lemons, make lemonade out of it. Not only do you enjoy your job, but you get a freak show on top of it. And look, man, this is all you have to do. You got the Russians and the Nazis fighting each other, right? All you got to do is step aside. Let the woke attack the woke managerial class. Let the NBA bros deal with the woke people. You just step out of the way. Get your popcorn. You should file a complaint. Zerloprisman. Go ahead, file a complaint. Zerloprisman. Yeah, HR, do it. You should do that. Yeah, I know. Oh no, the wokey filed a complaint against the NBA, bro. Oh no, whatever will we do? Plan to continue to work remotely after moving to Texas. I don't want to touch the 401k, so maybe I retire in 3 to 5 years. That is pretty early retirement still. Yeah, well, why don't you go see if there's like something you can do down there? Look, if you got a little bit of time, which you don't, why don't you trial balloon some little IT side gig thing? I don't know. You know your career better than I do. I mean, there must be some niche you can offer a little. Hell, just computer repair. You only need the money. But why don't you start doing something that's remote so when you move, you don't have to restart again? Paring back my work hours like everyone else, my employer is looking to replace engineers with AI. So I try to lay off proof myself by working a lot and maintaining high output on visible projects. But do I really need to work this much? I go back and forth on that one. What do you want to do, man? There's nothing. You got the money. Okay. Your worry is not the money. You got enough. Your worry is existentialism. What am I going to do to not have that keep you up at night? Why don't you start researching things you can do? Either hobbies or alternative career or entrepreneur, whatever it is that gives you that purpose and agency of life. So that if they get too lippy and they start doing bullshit and you say, yeah, I'm going on here. What about, I think somewhere here you said you're overweight. Why not spend time at the gym? Why not that be your thing? I know your brain's probably going to need some mental stimulation. So you're going to have to find something within the world of computers and IT or whatever. But the gym should keep you occupied for an hour a day. Plus the sex is better. I mean, you really want to get revenge on the left? Go be good looking and have sex with good looking people. That is the quickest, fastest way to get revenge on anyone in life. Anyone. Losing weight over the years, I got fat. Oh wow, you're doing 6-minute miles. Good. Too many years of doing nothing but sitting behind a computer. My wife and I go walking 3 to 4 times a week, 4 miles, hour plus each time, but it's flat. Walking is the only thing saving me right now from a heart attack. Okay, so you say, can you leave me in your will? Like, okay, you're shy one daughter, right? I know we're the same generation, but you're shy one kid. Put me in the will because you're not going to use the 4 million, right? I know, okay, leave wifey half, but put me in the will. I'll take your money because you'll be dead. You won't be able to use it. You won't even be able to withdraw it, right? Dude, that's where you get you more or less had a perfect score. Now you don't got a perfect score no more. And you're a Marine? Well, when did you join the Air Force that you started thinking you could get out of shape? When did the not as stringent branches of the military, when did you start becoming a guy in the Navy? What happened? Didn't your drill instructor beat responsibility into you and discipline? What happened? Buddy, all of what you said before is going to be freaking pointless if you die before retirement because of cardiac arrest. Get your fucking shit. Dude, there's your answer right now. Get in shape. Saving me right now from a heart attack. It's hard to get off work to work treadmill. I even have 10 free minutes. I'm heading for my desk to write code. Okay. Yeah. You're of the age, you will probably die. You are morbidly obese. That's a lot of weight, buddy. I don't care how big your shoulders are. That forget everything else here. You're going to lose your son too, or your other kid. I don't know if you had 2 daughters or what. You're going to lose your wife. You're going to lose your son. You're going to lose everything because you'll be dead. Stop being a quant I don't know, maybe you could sing the song in the Navy with the band. You know, I don't know what. Maybe you could. Oh, I got it. I'm just slamming on everybody. I'm just taking a. Why don't you just join the Coast Guard? Right? You're fat enough you can float. I got a buddy who was in the Coast Guard. What was the joke he told me? Something about being 6 feet tall. Something about the Coast Guard where why don't they take anyone under 6 feet tall? Because otherwise you'd have to swim because the Coast Guard never goes out into deep waters. It was some joke like that. Some of you guys might know what it is who served. Really? Look, you know what? This is pretty white girl blood. Let's be honest. Like 390 pounds, not 390, but he's over 3 bills. And, maybe I should. No. All your work will have been for nothing. You will have been a slave to the food and the sedentary lifestyle. Yeah, you pay a lot in taxes, but you were a big slave to the food and the sedentary lifestyle. And it's all gone. All of it. Okay. Leave the wife the house and half the 401k plan. Give me the other half, all right? Okay, because you ain't going to use it. You're going to die. I'll put it to use. Going to get some tiggle-bitted redheads. You know how long I could rent a harem of tiggle-bitted redheads with $2 million? And have them go away? I'll give you the information, my bank account, and you can put me into the contract. Figuring out what I do after retirement. I'm such a pathetic geek. I hardly have any hobbies other than reading and video games. Well, over the years, I did almost build a boat, which is still not done, currently in storage. I need to get busy on it out. You need to go for a walk and get on a diet. That's your new hobby. I don't care if you like it or not, or you feel compelled to go program some more. No, you will not be able to program ever again because you will be dead. And I can't imagine your wife is perfectly satiated with you either. I love going to see military museums and parks. Wife wants to travel. My other hobby is eating out. You've eaten at fine steakhouses all over the country, but even that can get old after. Right. I did that like 2 years ago. I tried steakhouses. And I'm like, okay, I can get it better at home. Buddy, you don't get a choice in life. That's not me telling you. That's the facts. You will die of a heart attack, or worse, you'll stroke out and you'll just be sitting there. You'll be alive, but you won't be able to program because you stroked out. And you'll have a shit ton of fucking money to keep you alive, and it's all going to go to diaper wipers and diaper changers and orderlies. And there'll be a sad wife, and she'll be like, Herman. His name's not Herman. Herman, come back to us. He'd be like, lady, go live a life. I don't want you sitting by my bedside. But he won't be able to say it because you stroked out because you're a fat pig. And then I'm reading you a story. And you're like, I want to program, but I can't. I'm stuck here. And then she'll like go away, and then you have some orderly that will, like, I don't know, smear your shit on your face because they're a woke leftist and brought here by Biden. Like, oh, I don't even know if you're a white guy, but let's say you're a white guy. They're going to smear shit on your face. That'll be what happens if you don't lose weight. I've listened to a lot of your advice to your younger listeners, and all I can say, you're spot on. I hope they listen, but I hear the red pill stories and about the never ending over entitled women, and it makes me feel really sad for young guys. Yeah, it is sad. No, look, no one bats 1,000, right? Like, very tragic things happen to most people. You lost your daughter. A generation of men lost their women. A generation of women lost their men. Don't worry. But ladies, David Hogue is available, single. Man. Harry Sison, that's the other guy. Harry Sison. Ladies, there you go. Oh, you fight over him. Where'd I go? It's not your problem though, right? That's not your problem. Don't worry about it. I guess I was just super lucky finding a super faithful girl when I was young. You were. You should appreciate. You know where you're also super lucky? She's still with your fat, unfuckable ass. That's where you're really fucking lucky. And yes, My wife will definitely make me a sandwich on demand. No, she should not have her contact me. Give her instructions, get your fat ass back to fighting shape. Ladies, stop making them sandwiches. My wife will definitely make me a sandwich on demand. Not a problem. She actually is happy to do it. And she's a great cook and a baker. See, wait, but no, you be blaming your wife. Oh, don't. Man, you are in the Navy now, aren't you? Navy, go get me a sandwich in the Navy. I'll sit up on my ass in the Navy. Her girlfriends have asked her before if we had a prenuptial agreement. It always gets a laugh when she answers no, but there was nothing to nup, so it didn't matter. I have to give my wife some kudos here for my success. All those years I was head down working, she was 100% behind me, taking care of the kids, the house, shopping. Yeah, and you reward her with being a fat, unfuckable pig. Come on, man. Come on. You had an A+ going. I'm giving you a C+. You pass, better than average. But the one gal who was behind you this entire time, and now, and the contradiction, you saved up all this money that there is no way you're going to live long enough to even access it. Like, you got to be, 62, 65? I forget what the requirement age is. Are you even going to live that long? C+. C+. The shopping, car repairs, everything, and still had a home-cooked dinner on the table every night. She deserves a fuckable man. I.e., it was a totally team effort all the way. Impossible to find that these days, I guess. Work video. No, I won't link to that. Well, Aaron, there you go. Hope this level of detail was about right. Looking at all this info, I'm sure you can anonymize this sufficiently. Yeah, well, here's the thing. It's like a bimodal distribution. You scored beyond compare in some fields, and then you just plain fucked it up in others. You're like that weird kid, like when he tried to get A's, but then, yeah, no. So your report card is all like A+ and F- here. More A+ than F-, but there ain't no B's or C's in between. You're like, you are either kicking ass or spectacularly failing. So your average score is like a C+, better than average. But hey, come on. Wifey Poo deserves more. Of all things, Wifey Poo deserves it. All right. Link below. What do I got? Zero world problems. If you're looking for hair, to answer your questions or your concerns, you figure out work, get your Zen and all that other stuff. More importantly, starting now, you got to start working out and dieting, man. That's right there is a 2 hour a day. I don't care if you're doing the rowing machine or you're going for walks. You are losing the fucking weight. All right. So that's a given. There's an hour or two a day. You could probably scale back off of work. And, talk to your boss like, "Hey, I got to lose weight and I need to start scaling back at work a little bit." Or if you can allow me not to commute, like if I could just use my commute time to whatever, you figure that out. And work is your issue. But if you're looking for something to do, should the time come that you cannot tolerate work anymore, working out even more is going to fill up your day. I would spend a little bit of time finding some kind of alternative thing to do, whether it's a hobby, an entrepreneurial endeavor, or whatever. But honestly, I would, if you were to retire tomorrow and move down to Texas, the two things that are going to keep you occupied, and go get that book, Zero World Problems, and just read the chapter on your home. That house is going to take 40 hours a week for 3 years, unless you got a ridiculously large house, which will take more. I'm assuming you just have a modest, normal home. Hell, getting your house ready for sale now. Probably there's some projects you can do on that. And then working out, those two things right there are going to carry you for at least 4 years. At least. So you'll have plenty to do. What you do intellectually, sorry, buddy, you have not been treating your body like a temple. You've been treating it like a Section 8 housing building in San Francisco for the homeless. And you will not have the benefit of trying to figure out what you're going to do in the future, because you'll be dead. And that's it. There you go. What? No super chats on. Oh, that's right. It's a rate my life. Yeah, that's right. There's only 73 people. I thought I was on fire. All right, there you guys go. Questions, answers, SLconsulting.com. Zero world problems. Look for it on Amazon. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.